Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sage. How are you today? I hope you're well. So as requested, I'm going to do a 2 looks 1 palette video on the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. It's beautiful. I've worn some of these shadows on camera recently, but I've not shown you a tutorial. You can see I have been diving into it a fair bit. So let's do the tutorial. I will say for this palette, for me it does lack a neutralizing shade, but the closest thing to it is this one here called Petal. So I'm going to go over both lids with it. That's not to say I'm doing a pink look on both sides, I'm not. So there's no actual beige in here. That one there looks like a neutralizing shade, but it actually pulls, it's really quite pigmented on the lid. So I'm going to focus this pink shade here to take out some of that blue. If you can hear noises, it's either my dogs, fans going, or an appliance of some sort. So yeah, just if you're wondering what the background noise is. I'm going to try this colour here, this very light pastel greyish green, I guess it is. Let's see what it looks like on me. This is a colour that I would not typically choose. So I've just put it basically over that petal shade. To try and neutralise the redness in my eyelids. I haven't got my usual eye base on today. I've got the Danessa Myricks eye primer, lid primer on, which is colourless. Alright, I don't think I want too much more of that. Let me just put that there right on the tip. The edge of the lash to brighten a bit. Okay, that's looking very 1960s, isn't it? Now I'm going to go in with Sweet Pea. I'm drawing it up. Now, even though these shades are pastel and have a sheer base or a white base perhaps, I'm still using the fluffy brush because I just want to be sure that I'm not using too much colour. You can see that that's working well with that there. So far I've used that one, and then now I'm using this one, which has got a more purple hue. I'm going to take it up a bit higher out here and fluff it out there. So you can see there's the division between the two shades just there on the lid. Now I'm going to use Muse, and I'm still going to use the fluffy brush. This is a shimmer. These shimmers in here, their formula is very emollient and grippy. So if you have dry lids like I do, now you see me typically apply shimmers with my finger, but you can see that it's just taking on the colours underneath just using the fluffy brush. And I'm just putting it on the mobile part of the lid, just for a bit of accent, because I most likely will put something there for more halo effect. But just to bridge the sweet pea and the colour softly, which was that greeny grey, like so. All right, it's looking very lilac, isn't it? Right, so on the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Luster, which is not really a shade, but it's a multi-chrome. Look at that. In the pan, it doesn't look like it's got any colour at all, but it actually has quite a lot. So if you are a pastel shade lover, then this would have most of what you would like, with some neutral shades in there as well. All right, see the effect of that? That's what it looks like in the pan, white, and that's what it looks like on the eyes. Pretty different, huh? Okay, so now we're going to use the purples, these two down here, and I'm going to get a finer brush for those. I've got an angled liner brush to apply the shade Amethyst. I'm going to put it on the lower lash line, and turn my brush sideways to smoke it out. I'm doing this a lot lately. So then to create the wing, I turn it back to its sharper side, just like so. And then I'm going to press it in to the outer part of the lash line and the top level. And I'm doing that so that the colour meets the bottom from the colour from the bottom meets the top. Sorry, trying to speak. That's quite cute. That's it there. Right, I'll do the other side now. Okay, just with the same brush, I'm going to go over that darker purple with this lighter purple called Whisper. Now this is not as emollient as the other shimmers in here. It's more powdery. And I'm not going to go all over the darker shade, just in certain spots. It does have, I think, more shimmer in it, but I just have to be careful that it doesn't fall all over my face. Now, if you do your complexion makeup first, let that be a word of warning to you. The rest of the metallics and shimmers in here have an oil base to them, so they are very forgiving and there's no fallout at all. But that one has left a few dots on my cheek. That's okay, I'm not worried at all. Now I'm just going to show you these two shades on my finger. That one is called Ambient and this one is called Antique, and I thought maybe I'd use that on the center lid, but I think it's too gold. I might put a bit of Ambient out here. Yes. And then I will use the fluffy brush. Yeah, that actually works quite well. All right, I didn't think that was going to look any good. Let's get the fluffy brush and do that. Just to tie the liner together with the shadow and create a bit of depth. because with pastels, that's the thing that I struggle with or find, you know, that's why I probably don't use them as much as I could, because I just don't get that depth and dimension that I typically like. It's pretty. Right, let's go back in with some petal now to dust through the top. Oh, my brow's deciding to escape. That looks better. That looks more even now. If you're wondering what I've done with my brows, yes, I did thin them out. I was just trying something new. They were getting really unruly. So I'm going to sort of thin them out and then start to reshape them again. Yes, it'll be a long process. Okay, so that's the look so far. Let's do some mascara and other things on the face. I'm going to use a blue mascara because I think that will really work with this look. This is the Made by Mitchell Lash Lacquer. You could put a layer of black mascara on, and this is what I mostly do actually. I put a layer of black on the top lash line, top lashes, and then I go over it when it's dry with a layer of this. And when the light catches the lash, you can sort of see that purple. But if you're going to wear this eye look, then you might as well go for it and wear a coloured mascara. It's pretty cute. Now this mascara, I didn't like it on first application, but as is often the case, it's better now after about a week or two. Okay, other face makeup is on. Foundation today is L'Oreal True Match in 4N. One pump, that's all I need. The concealer today is LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer in the shade MN1. Because the foundation I like is MN3, so I usually go down 2 shades. Brow glue, Schwarzkopf Got to Be as usual. Brow pencil, Benefit Precisely My Brow in 3.5 as usual. What else did I use? Oh yes, face setting powder, Nakia Joy Cosmetics. What's this called? Velvet Brightening Powder, pressed. It's that pink powder, pinkish powder. It smells beautiful. It smells like vanilla. Really, really like that. What else have I used? Now I used the Natasha Denona Blush Glow Duo. I highly recommend these to you. This is fantastic formula, both of them, the blush and the highlighter. And I've got actual dips in them, which is amazing. This is, yeah, that just, I think there's only one colorway with that, I'm not sure. Bronzer, LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer in Motivate. This is my summer shade, love this product. And believe it or not, on the cheeks here, I went back in with, I dipped into my favorite Moira blush, just there, to put a bit of peach to balance out, to highlight the green in my eyes, first of all, to balance out the purple. So that's the Signature Ombre Blusher in Orange Blossom. You can see it's super crusty and old, but an absolute classic. And if you don't have that and you have my skin tone, I think you'll really love it. On my lips, I've just got some gloss. It is the Revlon gloss, just the one called literally The Gloss, and it's in shade 210. I think it's just Pink Blossom or something like that. I can't read it, it's quite small. 210 anyway, that's what it looks like, and it's a shimmery gloss. Revlon do really good glosses. They've got a new range of glimmer ones, which are nice as well. Now I'm going to go back in on the center lid with some of the, more of the Muse. Now remember I did that just with the brush before, but now I want to enhance it. So there's a bit of a gold reflect there, which will balance out some of the cool tones. And also matches better with my complexion products, which have a gold sheen to them as well. There's nothing wrong with contrasting. You don't have to do everything matchy-matchy. In fact, contrast will catch the light in different ways and show up different areas of your face. So I'm just going to put a little bit more of that luster, that multi-chrome, to meet up there a little bit more seamlessly. Yep, that's it, that's brighter. That was the thing I was worried about. It wasn't quite bright enough or light enough, or certainly not shimmery enough. Is there such a thing as too much shimmer, I ask you? Okay, so what shades did I use? I started with Petal. Then I used Sweet Pea. Then I went over the, then I used Softly. Then I went in with Sweet Pea. Then Muse with the brush. Then Luster with my finger on the inner corner. Then, what's this one called? Amethyst as a liner. And then over the top of it, Whisper. And then I decided to put, to add a bit of depth out in the outer V, I used some Ambient, and then I buffed that in with the fluffy brush. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades to create this seemingly simple look. It is a simple look, I know, but there's actually a lot more depth and layering going on here because of the nature of pastels. They have a transparent base or a white base, so light hand is required in my opinion, and then you need to build and you need to build and you need to build if you are into this sort of pastel look. Now this suits me, no doubt about it, but the next look is going to be more my jam, more grungy, deeper, you know, all of that thing. So I'm just going to fix my hair and you'll see the overall look. So I've just gone in a bit softer and wispier with my hair today. Still growing out these bits here, but I kind of like that they're there now and they create that window curtain effect, if you will. That's not a great way to describe it, is it? Anyway, so this is the first look. Now that it's been on my face for a while, I actually like it more. I find that sometimes when I first do a look, I'm like, I just don't know if I'm gonna pull that off today. But then when it settles down and I've got the rest of my face makeup on, I generally like it more. It's like, I don't know, I just need to have time to get used to it maybe. Now that's not to say there's anything against the shadows that I've used. They're fantastic. The quality is amazing. So this brand just continues to impress me. I'm just, yeah. This color story looks a little more chaotic than their more recent ones. So I've now got the neutrals, which I love, and the new 'Tis the Season, which was their Christmas collection. When I saw it, I gasped. So they've organised the colours more into rows in those newer palettes. This one is a little more chaotic to me, but if you have a bit of a colour brain, and you know what, it doesn't matter, you can mix up the colours however you want. But if you want to go a pink and purple look, you can find the pink and purples in there, and you can swatch out, and you can do the swatches on your inner arm, and you can work out for yourself which colours you like together. That's how I do it. So yeah, so I recommend the formula. I recommend this brand to you, Cosmic. What are they called? They're called Cosmic Brushes, but sometimes on Instagram they call themselves Cosmic Beauty. Okay. And they are out of the UK, and all of their palettes so far I think are 20 pans, so you get a lot of choice, you get a lot of colour choice. So this one I reckon is like a spring, summer, Easter time in the northern hemisphere type of colour story, and yeah, looks pretty good. Let's move on to look number 2. Forgive me if I don't want to redo my brows. They're staying there now. So I've cleaned my face, put primer back on, eye base as well, the Danessa. The primer I've used, I've been sampling the OG Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. Never used this before, even though it's been around for I don't know how many years. It's okay, it's that silicone primer. Yeah, it's okay. I don't think I'll be rushing out to buy it, but you know, now I know. Right, so now I am going to go in with this neutral verging on cool tone shade called Haze. It looks warmer in the pan than it does translate onto the lid. And I'm doing my eye contour thing that I do. See that? Lots of pigment there. This is a wonderful sort of everyday one and done shade. You could go mascara, I'm done. And because this brand uses some pigment, these are going to show up on most people. All right, so now I'm going to go in with this beautiful yellow, and it is super pigmented, I already know. So I'm just tapping my brush and then shaking it off because I just want to sweep it there ever so lightly, just to bring a little bit of warmth in. See how that's coming through now? It's just a hint. So compare that side to that side. You can see that yellow warmth, because wow, it's strong. That shade is called Admire. This is the sort of yellow I really love. People look at yellow and think, oh my word, I could never wear that. But just think of it as a shade that you can use to change or enhance other shades with, or to warm up another shade. And yellow will show up on every skin tone. So if you have a deep skin tone, man, you should wear yellow. I reckon yellow looks so amazing on deep skin tones. And the range of yellows you can wear too is really wide. Okay, so you can just see that that has enhanced it just ever so slightly, because that's all I wanted to do. Now I'm going to deepen it with this murky shade here called Willow. Once again, just tapping my brush, right, and I'm going to stamp it just like that, just there. I wish people would think of greens as neutrals and yellows, to be honest, because the colors that are in, you know, plants, but predominantly greens, obviously. And what happens to a plant when it sort of, you know, fades? It turns to orangey, yellows, reds. So if we think of them more as neutrals and less brown, then I reckon, first of all, it'll open up a whole lot of things, opportunities for you wardrobe wise. And then, you know, start to think about, well, why can't I wear that colour on my face? You can. You can. Little bit of patchiness there, but that's probably just my creasy lids. That's not going to be all that's happening out there anyway, but for now, I've got my depth. It's fused fairly well with that original shade and the yellow. Now I am going to go in with a shade called Filigree, this green here, next to it. Isn't that nice? Slightly over the top of it too. That's really nice. Still using the same brush. I'm just wiping it off on a towel in between shades, just so I don't end up with a muddiness, you know. But I do want grunge. I do want murkiness. And then we'll brighten that later. Right, ever so lightly sweep here, like with literally the very ends of that brush. Okay, so we're starting to get some depth now. What do I want to use now? Oh, I want to use Water Lily, of course I do. Okay, so Water Lily is this one here, this beautiful almost neon green. I am going to switch brushes now. I'm going to get a cleaner brush. Bringing some lightness in now on the mobile lid. It's got a yellowish hue to it. But that filigree would look great all over the lid. That one there. If you don't want the yellow undertone. So I'm sweeping that right up to there because it will blend in well with that yellow sweep that I did almost at the start, not quite at the start. Let's just blend that a little bit. That's nice. That's what I wanted. Need to meet up here. Yep, that's cute. Well, I like that a lot. All right, now let's go in with some shimmers, of course. I'm going to use the shade Inspire. with my finger. Yeah, how fun is that? Between that matte inner corner shade, which was called Water Lily, and that funky green called Filigree. So just there, look how shiny that is. Crazy. One dip of my finger and I can do both lids, just like that. Wow. Oh, I love it, I love it. That is so pretty. Okay, so then to meet up out here, I'm going to use a bit of the shade, what's that? Patina, that one there. Just a tiny bit. Just there. See that? I will blend them a little bit. I'm just taking it to the edge of the mobile lid, not out into the crease. Like that. So now I'm going to go back to that first brush and just sweep there. Make sure that they're meeting up nicely there, which they are. That's the thing with these, they stay where they're put because they've got this emollient base. And they only move around when you want them to move around. And there's nothing on my face, like virtually nothing at all. Okay, this is the bit that I really love the most. I have been wearing this combo on repeat ever since I got this palette. If you are a fan of the show Yellowstone, you'll know who Beth Dutton is. My husband and I have watched the whole thing. Season 5 was a bit disappointing. Anyway, won't go into that. I have been mixing rosewood, which is a really warm brown, almost burgundy, with fig, purpley colour, deep purple. And watch this smoky eye come to life. I went online and I researched. I looked up the makeup artist that has been doing Beth Dutton's eye makeup on the show, because if you know, she has an incredibly distinctive look, makeup look. And I thought, I really love it. I want to know how they're doing that. And this is me cracking the code. These two shades mixed together on my tiny Paris Tools brush from Crown. I love these brushes. And then I'll just smoosh it into there. Oh, I love it, I love it. And unusually for me, I'm actually going to, oh, I've got stuff on my fingers. I'm actually going to take it right in there. I don't normally do that, but I really want to. Look at the colour payoff there. Smoky eyes are back in too. Like, they never really went out, let's be frank. And why would they? Because it's so easy and flattering. If you look at Natasha Denona's tutorials online, she does smoky eye all the time. Okay, so let's just buff that out. Let's get a clean-ish brush. Where's a clean-ish one? There's one. Just a wee bit, not too much. Notice the angle of my brush that I'm using there. Using the brush at. Following the line of that soft wing. There it is. There's the burgundy, murky under eye, just like Beth Dutton. Love it. Do I need to do anything else? How many shades have I used? That was my first shade. That was my second shade. That was my third shade. That was my fourth shade. That was my fifth shade. That was my sixth shade. And they were my 7 and 8. So I didn't use pine. I could have used pine. I could still use some pine. Let's use some pine. Just there, over willow. Oh, that's punchy. Yeah, that's better. Have to buff that out a little bit now with that original brush. This is very earthy, autumny sorts of colours, but colours that I really love. Clearly, look at my nails. Oh, this is the new OPI Elphaba polish. If you've seen Wicked or you're a fan of musicals, you'll know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. Right, I'm really happy. Okay, let's do some other face makeup. So I'm showing you this bit because this is how I'm brightening the inner eye area and the under eye area with this Nakia Joy powder again. And I'm really putting a lot on. And I'm just going to leave it like that for a minute to sort of like do the old mid-2010s baking thing. The foundation I've used, and I haven't used any concealer, is the Tia Mask Fit Red Cushion in 24N Latte. This is a dries down gel like. I have to say it's not fantastic for dry skin. If you have combo skin, it's perfect. Not too bad at the moment in the summer for me because it dries down so well and so fast, but it does grab onto any dry patches that I have. So now I'm just blowing out the outer edge of the shadow to really do that smoke, like to really enhance it and to take it out further beyond the line of the brows. And you can see it's looking really ghosty, but that's what I wanted because I'm going to brush that away momentarily anyway. Put some other stuff on. I'll be back in a minute. Oh yeah, I used mascara as well, but only on my top lashes. And I'm still loving the MAC Stack in the brown, which is called Chestnut. I've repurchased this as actually because it's just so good, even though it's really expensive. To bring some colour back into my face, I've just applied Tower 28 Bronzino West Coast. That's that shimmer. And here and underneath that, the Tower 28 Sculptino in Getty. Highly recommend these products to you. I'm just using this incredible brush from Refa, it's BO4. I have ordered another one of these. I love it. It's just beautiful. It's soft, it's dense, it has a good shape to it. You can apply foundation with it. It blends everything so well. Really easy to clean too because it's synthetic. The Refa brushes up until recently have all been natural bristles. I might have to blend that a little bit better. That's because I put cream over the top of powder, most likely. Just blend that edge, like twisting my hand, my wrist like so, to get it to blend. I just have to do something with my nose. So here's the finished look. I have to say I've had a bit of trouble with that foundation. It's separating here, and I had to go in with some concealer on my lip line. I've used the Essence Nude Lip Gloss, one of my favorites. So it's not that, but maybe I just need to wax my upper lip. Anyway, don't look too closely there. This is the eye look. Could have done a bit more blending there. But I'm really happy with the overall effect. Over the top of the foundation and the powder, I did put a dash of Moira Sunkissed Chic. This is the deeper shade. I can't wear this any other time of year other than summer. But I did save it for my decluttering, and I'm glad I did because it goes really well with these. I'm holding my brushes here because I'm just about to go and wash them after all this makeup today. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this one palette, two looks video. Overall, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Maybe, did I use that one? No, I didn't. I used 18 out of the 20 shades. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I just got a notification saying I've got a parcel. Excellent. All right. So thank you very much for watching. I will be back with some more videos soon, and I will talk to you then. Bye for now. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe and share the video with your friends. Talk to you again soon. Bye.